Auzubillahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Welcome in the chemistry lecture. Chapter 14, Biomolecule. Students, we have studied about the disaccharides, the structure of disaccharide last time. The disaccharide we have seen, that is sucrose, maltose, lactose. This structure we have seen. Now in our reduced syllabus, polysaccharide part has been deleted. Chapter 14, Biomolecule. Students, we have studied about the disaccharides, the structure of disaccharide last time. The disaccharide we have seen, that is sucrose, maltose, lactose. This structure we have seen. Now in our reduced syllabus, polysaccharide part has been deleted. We have three examples of polysaccharides. One of the polysaccharide is starch, second is cellulose, and the third one is glycogen. This polysaccharide part has been deleted from our syllabus, as in the 25% syllabus has been reduced. Now the next topic we have to see, that is protein. Now we will see what is protein. One of the example of biomolecule is protein. So now we will study protein. Before starting protein, I would like to explain about I would like to give some information about the polysaccharides. Try to understand. Polysaccharides consist of n number of monosaccharides. Polysaccharides on hydrolysis. Polysaccharides on hydrolysis gives n number of monosaccharides. N number of monosaccharides. That means polysaccharide consists of n number of monosaccharides. The example of polysaccharides, we have starch. Starch consists of 20% water soluble part and 80% water insoluble part. The water soluble part is amylose. Water insoluble part is said to be as an amylopectin. Amylopectin. Amylose is a linear polymer. Amylopectin is a branch polymer. Starch on hydrolysis gives n number of glucose molecules. Starch is a polysaccharide. C6H10O5. C6H10O5 n times is starch. Starch is a polysaccharide. I repeat the general formula again. C6H10O5 on hydrolysis, it gives n number of glucose molecule, that is C6H12O6. 6 carbon over here. 10 hydrogen plus 2 hydrogen of water molecule equal to 12 hydrogen atom. Oxygen atom 5 plus 1 from water, it gives 6. Starch molecule gives glucose molecule on hydrolysis. Now this on hydrolysis of starch, it gives 200 to 1000 glucose molecule is obtained from amylose, because amylopectin is insoluble in water. The another example of the polysaccharide is cellulose. Starch consists of amylose and amylopectin, and amylopectin on hydrolysis gives alpha D glucose, and cellulose consists of, that means on hydrolysis of cellulose it gives beta D glucose molecule. And the third one, that is glycogen. In animal body, glucose is stored in the form of glycogen, and this glycogen is known as animal starch. Since its structure is similar to the amylopectin is a branch polymer, so the glycogen structure is similar to that of the amylopectin. We don't have to see the structure of amylopectin. The branching of the glycogen is more extensive than the amylopectin. That is why the structure has not been given in the textbook, and we don't have to study the structure of glycogen. As per the reduced syllabus, we don't have to study the polysaccharide also. Now we will see the next topic, that is protein. Protein are the most abundant biomolecules of the living system. The name protein is derived from the Greek word, that is proteus. Proteus means first, or we can say primary, or we can say of prime importance. Of all the organic compound, proteins are ranking first, as they are the substance of life. They are found in the living cell and are present in skin, hairs, muscles, nerves, enzymes, antibodies, and hormones. As the hormones, protein regulate metabolic process. Without protein, the life will be not possible. Proteins are higher molecular weight polymer containing nitrogen, and on hydrolysis yields alpha amino acids. Very important, try to understand. Protein on hydrolysis gives alpha amino acids. Alpha amino acids. Now we will see what is amino acids and what is alpha amino acids. Functional group COOH attached to a carbon atom, which is said to be as an alpha carbon atom. NH2 is said to be as an amino group, which is attached on the alpha carbon atom, and the valency of carbon is 4, we know very well. So it is satisfied with hydrogen atom, and the other valency is given by a general letter, that is R. That means we can change this R by hydrogen, or by other carbon atom, or by phenyl ring, or by other substituent. So functional group attached to a carbon atom consists of amino group, so it is said to be as an alpha amino acids. So protein on hydrolysis gives n number of amino acids. N number of amino acids. It is generally said that on hydrolysis of protein molecule it gives 30 amino acids, out of which 20 are more common. All protein all protein contains elements like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and some other element also like cobalt, manganese, zinc, iron, copper, etc. Common source of protein you know very well. Common source of proteins is milk, peanut, egg, fishes, pulses, cheese, cereal. I'm not talking about the TV serials, etc. Now, you know very well that what is organic compound. The compound which contain carbon atom are organic compound except few carbon atoms. That is, for example, carbon dioxide, carbonate, carbon monoxide, they are not organic. So we can, in another word, we can say that protein are the biopolymer of the alpha amino acids, because on hydrolysis of protein it gives n number of alpha amino acids. So we can say that protein are biopolymer of alpha amino acid. Now, what are amino acids? Alpha amino acids are the derivative of carboxylic acids obtained by replacing alpha hydrogen atom by the amino group. So what are amino acids? They are the derivative of carboxylic acid obtained by replacing alpha hydrogen atom by amino group. Try to understand. See, this is carboxylic acid. Say for example, this is acetic acid. Now I will show you how it is the derivative of carboxylic acid. I will replace the hydrogen atom, alpha hydrogen atom, functional group attached to a carbon atom, that is alpha carbon. The hydrogen attached to the alpha carbon is alpha hydrogen atom. That alpha hydrogen atom is replaced by amino group NH2. Now it become alpha amino acid, one of the alpha amino acids. Now we will see some of the example of alpha amino acids. Alpha amino acids are classified as alpha amino acids are classified as neutral amino acid, neutral alpha amino acids, acidic alpha amino acids, basic alpha amino acids. In neutral amino acids, there will be equal number of COOH group and equal number of NH2 group. That is said to be as a neutral amino acids, neutral alpha amino acids. In acidic alpha amino acids, we will be having more number of COOH group. How? In the R group, there will be COOH group will be getting substituted. We will see how it will be getting added COOH group. So there will be in all more number of acidic group will be present in the alpha amino acid is said to be as an acidic alpha amino acids. If there is more number of NH2 group, in the R group we will be having a substitution of the NH2 group with the carbon atom is said to be as an basic alpha amino acids. We will see many example in our course. We have the example of 20 amino acid and their structure, out of which 2 example has been given of acidic amino acids and 3 example has been given of the basic amino acids and 15 example of neutral amino acid has been given. We will see one by one. We will see the classifications of amino acids. There are 2 types of actually amino acid, essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids. And that essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids are classified in these 3. So the question arises, what is essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids? Alpha amino acids, they are classified as essential amino acids, and non-essential amino acids. What are essential amino acids? Essential amino acids, the amino acids which is not synthesized in the human body. Essential amino acids which is not synthesized in the human body, not synthesize, not prepare, not form. It is obtained from our diet, which is rich in source of essential amino acids. So essential amino acids are not synthesized in our body. Non-essential amino acids are synthesized in our body. They are prepared in our body. They are synthesized in human body. And they are not synthesized in the human body, so therefore they are obtained from the diet. In the example, we will see the example of 20 alpha amino acid, into which with the asterisk mark we will symbolize as this is essential amino acid, essential alpha amino acids. The general formula for the alpha amino acids is COOH NH2HR. The name of the alpha amino acid has been given from the trivial name. The trivial name has been given to the alpha amino acids. The trivial name usually reflect the property of the compound or its source. For example, the first alpha amino acids is said to be as a glycine, has a sweet taste, and in the Greek glycose means sweet. So initially the first alpha amino acid, I can say, if I replace this R group with the hydrogen atom, so the name of this alpha amino acid is glycine. This is sweet in taste. In the Greek, glycose means sweet. So the name has been given. This naming is said to be as a trivial name. So the first member of alpha amino acid is glycine. The rest of the example, all 20 example, we will study in our next lecture. Thank you.